So this is nanlite PaviTube 26C. Is this the best tube light in the market? Well, now we'll find out at the end of this video. I have been using this light for the past 1 year, so anything I say in this video is not a blind review or rather a first impression video. So now let's kickstart by turning on this light on. So it takes time to boot, and now of course this light is at 5600 Kelvin, and it's of course that's 1% right here. And of course, as you can see, 1%, it's bright enough. You can see it. So we're going to bump this into 100% and see how bright this light really is. And okay, now, so we are at 100% and you can see the maximum output of this light. So in order for us to blind ourselves, let me just drop this thing down. Right now we are at Hsi mode, and of course, the Hsi mode we can adjust our temperature up to about 7500 Kelvin, and of course we can drag it down to about 2700 Kelvin. Of course you can see how warm that 2700 Kelvin is, and then of course when I also take it to 7500 Kelvin, you can always adjust the magenta shift and green shift of this light. The next feature of this light is the Hsi mode. Of course you already know what the Hsi mode is. If you don't know the Hsi, of course it's the hue, saturation and intensity. Most people would call it HSL, which the N obviously means luminance. This Hsi mode comes in with so many colors to pick from. If it stopped there, then it's not worth it. So they went and advanced it even much more by adding much more effects. So before I continue, I'm going to show you some effect right here. Now, when we check to the second one, we have effects, and it has so many effects to play around with. But the first one, of course, I would say is the police effect. This effect is what you find in movies, especially when the police is coming and you're not getting the shots of the police in scene. Also, they can slap this into a car and, of course, create that police siren look. Now, of course, if I put this right here, and of course, then I'm going to put a police siren effect to this video, then you see it looks like a police effect. And of course, this is not just the effect it has more effects to play around with. Second effect I like is the TV effect. If you have watched a movie whereby, of course, you see someone watching a TV, and of course, you see that light flickering on the person's face. Obviously, it's not a TV that is flickering on the person's face. It's this light in front of the TV creating that looks on the person's face. For instance, we're going to test run this right here and create that TV look by just making this scene actually looks like I'm watching a TV. For instance, I'm just going to drop this light right here. And then I have a remote right here, and I'm going to act like we're watching the TV.
Who are you? Your worst fear. I am your demise. Why are you possessing this boy? Because it feels so good to ruin such innocent flesh.
It's an interesting storyline, and of course, so this we're able to fake that we are watching TV right here, so you can play around with this effect just same way they create it in movies. And the next one is the paparazzi mode. You find a scene whereby the celebrity is coming in and everyone is taking a photo of the celebrity. They would not use a camera flash for this. What they would use is tube light or some light to create that flashy mode in order not to mess around with the temperature of that shot at that point. And of course, we have more effects to play around with, so something like candlelight and fire effect. And we have disco mode, something you would find in clubs and party scenes, just to create that look. And of course, we have the bad bulb. Where would you find this bad bulb effect? Majorly in the horror movies, whereby it feels like the light is faulty or something's about to happen right behind me. This is where they create that bad bulb effect. And of course, we have fireworks effect, and we have explosion, we have welding, we have hue loop, we have just so many storm effects and just so many to pick from. I wish I could keep mentioning all of this. I mean, we will not get away from here today. This has a Bluetooth which enables you to connect through their mobile app, nanlite, control this light through your mobile app, which is incredible. It's just a fast and easy way to access all your lights on scene. Sync all of them together, control them accordingly. And of course, you can control every single way you control here. You can control it on the mobile app or even much more. There's this feature that fascinates me even much more is the color capture mode. I mean, that's not the name it was given, but of course I think this name suits better for it. That's why I gave it a color capture mode. Now what it does is it turns your phone cameras and allows you select a color from your environment or select a color of an object. And of course this light mimics that same color instantly. I mean, what who would think about something like that? I find that feature very incredible. And of course, this is not the features you will find in any kind of light. It's amazing. And this light comes in with a Type-C charger, and of course it comes in with 2200 mAh battery for easy use. And of course it can last you for 3 to 5 hours if it is fully charged and if it is running on 100%. So the percentage depends on how many hours this light is going to last you. I hope this video was helpful. I would like to hear from you, which features do you like about this light? If you have used this light before or you're still using it right now, what are the features of this light that you will find yourself using almost every time?